All right, everyone, if you can get settled in, we are going to go ahead and begin. If everyone can turn off their cell phones, put them on silent or vibrate, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, we'll bring you up to the podium and we'll all take the call together. Just kidding. No? Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. And I have asked David Rogers to go ahead and come up and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So please stand.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, David. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to our approval of the minutes for council meeting August 2nd and Truth and Taxation meeting August 9th. We will do those separately, or I can take them together if you would like.
Do them together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoever.
I'd like to make a motion of approve the council meeting August 2nd, 2022, and Truth and Taxation meeting August 9th, 2022.
Okay, can I get?
I'll second.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead, Brooke.
Aye.
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 Aye. All right, thank you. And we'll go ahead and move into the special recognition portion of our agenda. Murray City Council Employee of the Month, Flip Nelson, Parks Lead Worker, Kim Sorensen, can I speak? Presenting, and myself. And I'll meet you at the podium, Kim. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read what you wrote because I think it's also very important. All right, Flip is an outstanding employee. He cares about the park system and works hard to keep grounds maintained at a high level for Murray citizens and park users. He is considerate of park patrons and park employees. Recently, Flip was tasked with the responsibility of getting Murray Park ready for the Murray Fun Days. Flip supervised full-time and part-time employees to assure the park was immaculate for the event. The Park and Recreation Department appreciates Flip, and the Murray community benefits from his work. Thank you so much. We do all benefit from it. Go ahead, Kim.
Thank you, Rosalba, Council, and Mayor. And as Rosalba mentioned, the reason that we submitted Flip's name for this recognition was specifically because of the 4th of July preparing for Fun Days. So Flip is a lead worker in the Parks Department. As a lead worker, they are moved around to different areas, different projects, sometimes each year, sometimes after several years. This year, Flip was assigned the task of preparing Murray Park for Fun Days. And as you know, it was difficult to hire seasonal employees, difficult to hire or to get even full-time employees to work sometimes this summer. And Flip did a tremendous job with preparing for the 4th of July, and we appreciate what he did. A little bit about Flip. He's worked for the city full-time 25 years. He started with the sewer department, full-time with the sewer department for 5 years, and then the park for 20. Prior to that, he was part-time at the golf course. So he's been with the city a long time. Now, you need to know that Flip does a lot more for Murray than just work for the Parks Department. His friends call him Mr. Murray, and one of his friends asked if he could take a moment and say a couple of things tonight. And I'm going to just let Bob Van Bibber, maybe he'll explain that. I'm not sure, but thank you, Flip.
Thanks, Kim. Mayor Hell, thank you very much. I have known Flip personally for about 25 years. My wife says that I spent more anniversaries with him at the ballpark than I have with her, and we've been married 42 years. But Flip and I helped run the Little League over at Murray Liberty League for almost way too long, 18 years. And I got to see a lot with Flip. I sold sporting goods for all the times that I was working as a job, but Flip is also a guy that is in the community, and he's one of service. Flip has donated countless times to coaching Little League football, running baseball, Little League baseball, coaching. He's coached wrestling at the high school, and if you know anything about coaching high school, you get about a nickel an hour. And he takes that time from himself and from his family to go out and help other people. It got to be a point in Little League baseball, we were getting kids to sign up, and he'd say, bring me a glove from my store. And I go, okay, here's a glove. And who's this for? He goes, kid needs it. Bring me a pair of shoes the next week, and the kid needs a pair of shoes, and on and on. And this went on for years, and finally it clicked on to me, he's paying for this. And so we worked out a deal, and so we got him so that we could take care of kids. We had a young couple that the father got cancer, and the two boys wanted to play baseball. And Flip comes up to me and says, there's scholarship at signups, and the league's going to take care of it. But that's what he does. He looks out for the kids. He looks out for people. He helps Little League kids. He helps anybody in the community. When I retired 3 years ago, he came up and says, hey, you want to take care of Grant Park and the baseball field? I said, yeah. But the best part was I get to work with my buddy. If anybody knows, he's got a truck. And if anybody knows a guy that's got a truck, he's always on call. And can you help me move? And you've done that. And you've helped people with lawnmowers. This isn't just a recognition about Flip as an employee. This is about Flip as a Murray citizen who gives of his time and his service and loves the city. He loves the school. He loves the kids. And I can't think of anybody better to recognize than Flip Nielsen.
I just want to say thank you. The award, it goes out to a lot of people in our department that help us get things ready. And I just want to say thank you to the council, Kim Sorensen, Bruce Holyoke, Bob here, my wife back here in the corner, because without her, couldn't do none of this. So I could work, but anything else wouldn't be possible. So, but thank you again.
With that said, we are giving you the certificate. Your name will be on the wall, and here's a $50 gift card.
Great. Thank you.
So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Can I say something real quick? So, Flip, how long have you and Shelly been married? 32 years, I thought.
16.
How long's it been? About 16. I love it, Flip. That's Flip. About 16 years. 14. Shelly says 14. All I know is I used to say, I married Flip. People said, you married Flip? I said, I performed the marriage for Flip and Shelly. And I've done this several times, and this is the first one that's ever lasted. So, no, I'm kidding. But anyway, Flip is, Shelly also a wonderful person, but Flip has given so much, as Bob beautifully said, to our community. He was involved. I had the opportunity to work with him with the World Series, the 13-year-old, and then did we do 14 also? And 14, and that takes a lot of time, and he was here almost 24/7. He just lived at the ballpark, and he's just given his heart and soul to Murray City. So as the administration, we just wanted to give our appreciation to you and tell you how much we love and appreciate you.
I will say it's so weird not to see you up at the podium presenting these anymore. So thank you for saying something. It means a lot. And thank you so much, Flip. And thank you everyone who's here in support. And you don't have to stay. You can take your $50 gift card and go do something fun. So, or stay. The next part will be really fun too. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to item number 2, which is the 2022 Jim and Jean Hendrickson Beautification Awards. I'm going to invite the Shade Tree Commission and Matt Erklins to come on up.
All right, we're here representing the Shade Tree Commission. Jan has lost her voice, so I'm going to do all the talking tonight. She can't even stop me with anything I say, unless she gives it to me. We have awards for each of the city council districts. This has been going on for several years, and as you may remember, the awards were renamed a few years ago after Jim and Jean Hendrickson, who were longtime members of the Shade Tree Commission, and both passed away in recent years. But as we go along, you'll see the pictures of the homes come up on your screens and for each of the districts. So we'll start with District 1, Kent and Susan Molman on Clover Meadow Drive. And if they're here, we'll invite you up. Come on up. And Mayor, can we have you come down and congratulate as well? Thank you.
Oh, we're going to do something special.
Would you like to say?
Yeah, say something, yeah.
We moved into Murray about 44 years ago. We had been married all of about 10 months, and we moved into our starter home. We're still in our starter home. We had 5 children. They're now gone, so we're home alone, just the 2 of us. But about a year and a half ago, we decided to redo our yard because at 44 years, you know, kind of overgrown, and it was pretty flat. We've got a granddaughter in a wheelchair, and we were anticipating having a ramp of some kind because it was really hard to get her up into the house. She's now 16, a little heavier than she used to be, and so we decided to build a ramp and put in a fountain and all kinds of things. But the other thing that we wanted to do was to try to save money on water. And so we put a lot of drip irrigation in, very little lawn, as you can see. There's just 2 little pockets of lawn in the front. So that was the whole purpose, is to save water and save our granddaughter. So thank you. We are honored to be, we don't know who nominated us. Judith Payne came up and knocked on our door with the sign and said, "You've won." And I said, "What did we win?" And so we're grateful. Thank you very much for the acknowledgement. Appreciate it.
Anybody from the council? No? It's very beautiful, and I love the incorporation of the ramp as well. So thank you.
I have to say, when he talks about the sign, when we come around to the houses, we have to quickly say, we're not selling anything. We're not. And you've actually won an award. So it's actually a good thing that we're here at your door. For District 2 is John and Joan Fackrell on LaSalle Circle. Just come over here, Mayor. Good to see you again.
I'd just like to take 5-10 minutes. No, we're so glad to live in Murray. It's a great city. There are a lot of people that have great yards and have really worked hard this summer. And so we don't have a big head. We're thankful whoever nominated us, and we appreciate all of those who live in Murray and are doing a great job taking care of their yards.
District 3 is Stuart Van Cleve on Rainbow Circle. Congratulations.
We're not going to let you get away.
I don't know how to follow up with any of that. Echo everything that everybody else has said. Murray's a great place to live, and this has been I don't know if a labor of love, but it's a labor of a lot of slaving and work just to keep everything alive with the heat and everything. But yeah, thank you for the nomination. Appreciate it.
District number 4, Ben and Emily Newbold.
All right. I wasn't expecting to say anything, but I think whoever was District 1 resonates a lot with us as well. I guess it's been 2+ years ago. We also is our starter home, but our daughter is also in a wheelchair, and so we completely started over so that we could make it accessible with a ramp and a little bit more space in the hallways to get around and things like that. And so we basically had a blank slate for the yard, and we said, what do we want to do with it? And I guess you could say we were lazy and didn't want anything with a lot of maintenance, but also there was also a side of it that was also very much that we wanted to do something responsible and water conscious, but also and just kind of show that we could do that and also still have something be beautiful and that we could be proud to come home to. And so just like everybody else, I don't know who nominated us. We didn't try to win any awards, but thank you.
District 5, Olive Watts and Turpin Street.
I just wanted to say, Ben and Emily, I'm your representative. Thank you for doing that, and it is beautiful. We really appreciate your efforts.
Look at you crack me up.
Thank you, whoever nominated us for the yard. Brian said he would really be unhappy with me if I mention him, but he's the one that did the yard. I'm the owner of the home. My son did the yard.
Hey, now, let me tell you, before you clap for her, I just wanted to tell you, can I say your age or am I not allowed to say?
What?
Can I say your age or am I not allowed to say your age?
Oh, I'm 94.
Can you believe this? She's not. Let me tell you, you don't mess with her. Someone came on her porch. They almost took her washer and dryer from RC Willie. When she went out at 3 a.m, they ran. And I said, Olive, what are you doing? She goes, we're going to take that stuff. So anyway, she's awesome. Hey. Thanks,
Got it. We have, actually, Mayor, we have a few more. We have the citywide winner. It's called the Mayor's Award, and this is citywide for residential, and that would be Michael Dent on Edinburgh Circle. Come on out.
Oh, you said there's a different one?
That's not my house.
Oh, that's not.
Went out of order.
No,
I love that you
that's a
go,
beautiful home. That's not mine.
We'll come back to that one.
Let's get it. Are you a dentist? Okay, now.
Hey, pretend you haven't seen these, and then next surprise when you see them again.
Yeah, close your eyes. Ugh.
There we go.
That's it, right? That's okay. Congratulations. Come on.
So I just want to thank you. I just recently moved into Murray about 2 years ago and completely redid the home and the landscaping. So thank you for the nomination and for welcoming me to the neighborhood. Thanks.
Then we'll go back to the Xeriscape Award. Frank and Melissa Mendez on Hickman Cove. He's just trying to get to it. There will be one here.
That's one.
They're out of order, so we need to.
Oh, okay. So you're getting theirs made?
This right here is just different.
Oh,
order.
out of order. I thought he meant
Trying to
out
come
of.
up and say a few words while we.
Well, while we're searching for.
Well, I just want to thank my wife, Melissa, for doing all the research that she did with the plants and laying it out. And she did a very nice job, and thank you.
Thank you. Here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
For the commercial award, we went with Lake City Dental on Winchester. If there are any representatives from Lake City Dental.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's been really fun. So I've had some friends build dental offices or other type things in other cities, and my experience working with everyone was fantastic. I loved it. I felt like it went really smooth.
And so this was really fun for our staff and really exciting for us to be awarded and everything. If I rewind time, so I've been doing dentistry for 18 years, 15 years in Murray. And about 5-6 years ago, I said to myself, I want to have my own place and I want to do my own thing. And so I looked around for lots and this and that, and we found one. And budget-wise, it was a little bit more narrow and longer than I wanted to be. But I bought graph paper, and I'm not an architect, but I drew down kind of my plans, my thoughts, and how I wanted the building to look, and then worked with an architect that knew what they were doing. But so this was one of my drawings and the landscape and everything, but I wanted it to look kind of fun and nice. Always have loved Murray, grew up with a bunch of friends from Murray, just lived outside of Murray a little bit, but love Murray and the people, and most of our patients are from Murray, and it's been real fun to do dentistry because I care more about the people than I do about their mouths, even though I do care about their mouths. But no, so it's really fun. So thank you, Murray, for working with me and getting this up. It's been a dream. We've been in there a year, and so we'll keep the landscaping looking really nice in the building. I am so sorry. My wife wanted to be here, but she wasn't feeling well tonight, so I'm representing her too.
So it's great when I delivered that sign, a couple of his staff were at the desk, and by the time I had told them what it was, they were all up there cheering each other on. So it was great, great team. And then we have the final award is the multifamily dwelling. That goes to Three Fountains.
I just want to say something really fast. So this is my first time managing the grounds there, and we don't expecting that. And thank you so much for this, for everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We love serving the community and love the tight-knit community that we live in. So thank you.
I just want to say Three Fountains is a place where I lived for a little bit after I moved back from DC, and the crew and the staff and everybody does such an amazing job. They're out there every day landscaping and pruning and working really hard. So thank you and your team. Gracias a todos ustedes. And thank you everybody who participated. Anybody else? I think all of you guys leave us to inspire to do better in our yards. Rainbow is our favorite spot of District 3 because all of you guys do such an amazing job down there. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. All right, we'll go ahead and you don't have to stay, but you're welcome to stay. Thank you, everybody. Come back. Give them a few seconds. All right, we're going to move. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to our citizen comments portion of the evening. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Step up to the microphone, state your name, city of residence, and fill out the required form with Jennifer up here. The forms are here. Just make sure to give them to Jennifer once you're done or before. Anybody else? Anybody that wants to come up to the microphone? Go ahead. 3 minutes will start now.
Hi. My name is Lawrence Horman, as most of you on the council know already. I did something today that I've been meaning to do for a while, but forgot to until today. I remembered what it was I wanted to do. I changed a document that I haven't changed since I initially wrote it, about half a decade ago, which I've read here in front of the council. If you recall, a couple months back, I read it's called Addressing the Myths of Homelessness. And I added a 15th point to the list, which I thought was pertinent because I've heard it so many times, the phrase beggars cannot be choosers. And this is what occurred to me, despite the popular cliche saying beggars have to be choosers, for the simple reason that we are rarely able to afford to buy even the most basic necessities of life, and therefore are forced to accept whatever the rest of society leaves behind or deigns to give us when they see a need. Like everyone else in society, we sometimes more than most need to get the most out of what we have, and we understand more than most. Sorry, I seem to have put a few extra words in. Give me a moment, please. Much more than most. How much it costs to have to replace something that was insufficient to do the job right in the first time, and be forced to start over and over again. And life, and trying to catch up at that time. I'm going to have to go through and edit this. I apologize for stumbling through it. And having to catch up just to have our simplest needs met. Never mind simple conveniences that others take for granted. Simple things like food storage and refrigeration become desperately needed convenience privileges that we desperately want but often are unable to have. There are things that everybody else, that most people who are housed, take as necessities. They don't realize that our conveniences, that we see as conveniences because we have no means to put them into our lives in such a fashion they become what we would consider a necessity. Like you, I grew up in a home with a refrigerator and air conditioning and furnaces, and these are things that people who are homeless consider conveniences. They struggle and pay on average 3 to 4 times more than the average house person for the things that they need, because they end up not being able to keep it long enough to make use of it, or it's in bad condition and they have to buy it over and over again, or it's just low enough quality that even brand new, they have to get partway through whatever they're doing and then start over again with another one. Beggars have to be choosers more than anybody else. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence. All right, anybody else? Go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. I'll be quick. My name's Daniel Bishop. This is my partner and father, Eric Bishop. We're going to be reviewing our item later in the agenda, but we wanted to use this opportunity to introduce ourselves and our project to you, since we haven't had the opportunity to do that so far. We're developing 305 units on Commerce Drive, which is just north of Vine Street at 4994 South Commerce Drive. We're really excited about the project. This used to be the site of the Bonneview Elementary School, if anybody knows where that used to be. Old school. It was built in 1906. And this is really a great illustration of adaptive reuse in Murray City. That so much has changed, and that's one of the reasons why we're here today, is to talk about an old easement that was here on, 1917? So we're just really excited about the project, and we're excited about the opportunity to be here.
A little bit of background on us. I was raised here in Murray, and Dan was born here in Murray, so he's a 6th generation Murray boy, and I'm a 5th generation Murray boy. My dad was in the Murray School District for most of his career, so he would have gone to this elementary school frequently. And then I had one brother that even ended up installing blinds in it. So anyway, we have a long history, our family here in the Murray area. We're thrilled with this project. As an interesting side note, one of our ancestors owned part of this property back in 1877 and bought it for $8. I wish we would have held on to it. But anyway, just a lot of history and connections that we have with Murray. We're so thrilled to be doing this. As a side note, there will be over 35 million pounds of concrete that will go into this building, just for the parking structure alone. And so it's massive. And we would invite you, any of you that would like to take a tour during any of the construction period, or we'll obviously have an open house once it's open, and would invite you to come to that. But hope that you'd feel welcome to contact either Dan or myself and come and take a look-see, because it's just really thrilling. To orient you a little bit more, this is just east of the freeway at about 4900 South. And again, because of where the school was located, it's up on a natural plateau, which thus the word Bonnie View came from, and has just fantastic views of the valley. So again, we hadn't had a chance to meet with you. We wanted to introduce ourselves and the project, and hopefully open the door for any inquiries or interest or questions. We'd be happy to entertain and meet with you at any point in time. And thank you. 4 seconds to go. We did it.
Thank you. And I just want to remind you all, if you are here for this, for the public hearing, we will be taking comments then as well. No, wait, actually, that's not on our agenda. I apologize for that. Okay, yeah, well, the public easement is on our agenda. So if you have comments about that, you guys are more than welcome to do that there. All right, anybody else? Yes, please come up, sir.
Hi, I'm Chris Shaw. I'm a Murray resident. I'm here to talk about a needed crosswalk, or well, not crosswalk, but crossing guard at the crosswalk behind Longview Elementary. The address is 627 South, and it's between 535 East and 541 East. Basically, it's at the end of school. It's terrible. There's going to be a kid hit sometime. There's just people parking on the crosswalk, double parking on the crosswalk, just waiting for their kids. It's a madhouse. It's terrible. I'm just want you guys to be a little bit proactive about this instead of reactive when somebody gets hit. So, but I don't know. There's some few people from Longview here. We found out about coming to this meeting at noon, so we didn't really have a lot of time to get a lot of parents here. But kind of needed guidance on where we go from here too, on how to get this done. So that's it.
I assume that's the administration will be looking into this. Thank you.
All right, anyone else? Please come up. Anybody else? Okay, I'm going to count it down. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, I mean, oh, count up. 3, 2, 1. There you go. You're right. Thank you, Councilmember Herkesy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close citizen comments at this time. Moving forward, we have nothing on our consent agenda, and we will open up our public hearing. And the first public hearing would be is and the only consider an ordinance permanently closing and vacating an unused public easement at 4994 South Commerce Drive, Murray City, Utah, Salt Lake County, State of Utah. Zach Green will be presenting. Go ahead, Zach.
There we go. So like Eric and Daniel said earlier, there's a couple of easements that Murray City Power is needing to vacate for this property for it to go forward. Those two easements were actually put in place in 1910 and 1959, and those power facilities are no longer needed. We do have plans of replacing those easements with the new power facilities. New underground equipment has been placed, so we're just looking to move forward and looking to get this project underway. So, any questions, council?
Council, anybody have questions? Diane, no? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open it for public comment. So if anybody has any comments in regards to this project, please come forward. Anyone? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close the public comment portion of this agenda and bring it up for a motion. I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the ordinance permanently closing and vacating an unused public utility easement at 4994 South Commerce Drive, Murray City, Salt Lake County, State of Utah.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on that? No? Okay. Go ahead, Brooke.
Aye.
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 Aye. All right, it has now been passed, motioned and passed, and we'll go ahead and move on. We have no business items, and we'll go ahead and move on to the mayor's report. Mayor.
I attended, I don't know if any of you were there, but I attended last Friday the Carpenters tribute band. It was packed. Kim, how many? About 700 people. It was like, for me, I've been several times. That's the most I've ever seen anybody that many attend. And then in the next month or so, we will have new seats that they'll no longer be those hard benches. There'll be the seats like the Sandy Amphitheater, but they don't have cup holders, and we will.
Well,
I keep telling Kim, I'm proud of that. We're going to have cup holders. Anyway, it's going to be great. They have a lot of things planned for next year with the amphitheater and then with our renovation of the theater. So there's some exciting things going on. The Armory, Kim had met with the architect today and said, it's beautiful. It's the same architect that did the Utah State Educational Building over at Wheeler Farm. And we were really lucky to get them. So that's going to be fun. So there's a lot of things happening, and it's just exciting. So we're moving forward, and we have a lot of things that the building's coming along great. It seems like it's moving a little faster than I thought. So it's the new City Hall, and I told Diane that we would take her over. So if anybody wants to go over and see it, you have to wear a hard hat. And JL and I were over there, and it was like 122. JL was like a snowman, and he was like melting. He took his hat. I was melting too, and I hardly could keep that hard hat on and I need it for protection. But anyway, it was hot, but it's awesome to see. We saw your offices over there, and kind of cool.
And he had the tie and jacket on too, right?
He didn't have the jacket on, but I had gone home and switched because I said I cannot be in this heat. But he didn't have the tie on. He's looking at me when he saw me, and he's going, why didn't you tell me? And I'm going like, yeah, I should have told you. But anyway, so it's coming along great. Really, it's moving along. It's really going pretty smooth. You know, I know Doug Hill's the one that's running with it, but every report we get, and when we talk to Link Construction or all those involved, it's moving along really quite smoothly. I hate to jinx us because it is really going good. So anyway, that's my report.
Great. Anybody have questions?
I was just going to say, and hopefully we'll have furniture.
I know, really, yeah. We will, right, Brenda? She said yes. Did you hear Brenda? She said yes quite firmly.
Brenda's a credible source, so.
Yeah,
JL, you're happy with it?
We'll see. No kidding.
I said that stuff's not going over there, though.
That's
sorry,
funny.
Gio.
That's funny. You're funny, Gary.
Anyone else?
Right.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any conversations about extending the pool since we are having record numbers of 100 plus the season a little bit?
Turn that over to Kim. Thanks, Rosal. But yeah, I know that you had asked about that earlier.
Yeah, I've been asked actually this week, and I got asked several times.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess once it's 103 out there.
I wasn't prepared to answer that question, but I can give you an answer. It would be very difficult for us to staff with lifeguards. Lifeguards have gone back to college, back to high school, and we were struggling the last few weeks to staff it adequately. So I don't think we could, but hopefully it'll snow soon.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, thank you. All right. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you so much.